boob sweat is unreal. Why is it so hot? Hi guys, what's up? It's me, Audra, and welcome back to my channel. For those of you who are new, I'm not sure how you got here, but certainly I'm glad you came. And if you are new here, well, you're in for a treat. Oh, right. If you like horror, you like beauty, and you enjoy commentary, I suggest you go on ahead and subscribe. For the low price of $0, you get to see me in a tank top virtually every video. Okay, if you would, here are my socials. Let's hang out there. We can look at looks. Activism is really going high on my Instagram stories, so we can do that. Connect. I like to connect with you guys. What is this video about today?
Hey there. Just so you know, I filmed this after my live with Jen Loves, and I'm a little hyped up, so just bear with me, okay? Good talk.
Hey, Audra, well, listen, I got news for you. I have combination skin that also trends oily, and currently, look at the shine, boo. I actually wanted to go over some of the top myths about having oily skin, especially me being the resident old bitch of YouTube. I've dealt with this for a very long time, and I thought it would be fun to just kind of give out some information that I have learned about oily skin. No. I am not an esthetician. I am not any kind of skincare specialist, expert. I don't work in any kind of spa. I'm just a normal old bitch here talking about skin. Don't get it twisted. What works on my skin may not work on your skin. What works on your skin may not work on my skin. And sometimes we will be in the middle. So let's get started. So one of the first myths about, oh, good God, Bo is up to some shit. I don't know what he's doing, but we're going to keep talking. If you're new here, Bo is my 75-pound pit bull. All right, let's get going. So one of the first myths about oily skin is that oily does not equal hydrated. Let me say that again.
Oily doesn't equal hydrated.
Listen, as someone who consumes large amounts of alcohol, I can tell you there are many times where my skin is not hydrated, but it's still oily. The two things are not the same. One thing is about hydrating and making your skin not look sad and sallow, and the other is about a production that your skin does regardless. You see what I'm saying? Your skin's gonna produce the oil regardless. So you still need to make sure you are hydrating your skin. One of my least favorite things to see and hear from some of my friends who have oily skin is them going to like great lengths to dry out their skin, which is myth number 2. You do not have to dry out oily skin. You can help suck some of the oil out, but you're going to need to continue to moisturize it, keep it hydrated, keep it happy. Do not get in this habit of thinking that like you're gonna mask every single night with a clay mask and then just dry out your whole face. Because here's the bad part of that. When you dry out oily skin, it's gonna produce way more oil. Okay, so here's the thing. When you have oily skin, it's doing its thing. It's making oil, but when you dry it out, it cues all your skin to be like, oh hey bitch, you're not getting enough oil on your face. So guess what it does? It makes more oil. So much more oil. I know this because I've done this before. In the past, I would go through a whole ordeal of trying to dry out my face, and then I would notice that my face would be significantly oilier than had I not done that. So a quick tip, if you do experience a lot of oil, I do use clay masks. Don't get me wrong. And again, this may not work for you, but for me, I do use clay masks 1 to 2 times a week, max. I do not do it every day like I used to because again, like I said, I noticed that I started having large amounts of oil production that I was not prepared for, and as soon as I slowed that down, it was so much better. Plus, when I use that clay mask, it kind of keeps my skin evened out with the oil production throughout the week because I'm also continuing to hydrate it. You see how everything comes around full circle, and I don't even like Disney.
All the shade.
Myth number 3, if you have oily skin, you shouldn't use a primer. Wrong, wrong. I personally find that using a primer,
even a hydrating primer?
yes girl, even a hydrating primer, is very helpful to my oily skin. So fun fact, I just recently discovered that maybe late last year, early this year, not sure of timelines because what is time these days? But I finally realized that if I'm keeping it hydrated, it also kind of keeps the oil from like getting super intense. I found that if I choose the right hydrating primers such as, oh, I just pulled this out. I'm so proud of myself. Like,
Beauty YouTuber, here I come.
I'm actually using the Hourglass Mineral Veil Primer. This one is it actually has moisturizing properties and sunscreen, and here's a good thing. Veil primers are very awesome for oily skin. I have two different ones. I have this one, and I also have one from Becca. This one is far more dry, and this one I use with a far more hydrating foundation if I'm wearing foundation. If I have a super hydrating hyaluronic foundation, I will use this one.
I just realized I didn't tell you what that primer was. It's the Becca Velvet Blurring Primer. It's got the perfecting base. So that's what that is. Also, I didn't mean to say, oh, you're wrong for not using primer. I'm just saying the idea that we can't use it is wrong. And there's that. All right, back to the video.
But hell, sometimes I use this one. The Veil ones seem to do a better job of keeping my oil production in check and making me look like a glowing goddess. Look at it. Yes. Don't tell your friends. Wait. Yes, tell them. And speaking of foundation, I know a lot of times a huge myth about oily skin is that you can't wear a dewy foundation, you can't wear a satin finish. You totally can. It's really just about making sure you're taking care of the skin underneath so that you can wear the foundation and get the glow you want. I am currently wearing the Uma Beauty Say What foundation. Like what? What? Do you want to fight with me? Yes, you do. I know, because my skin's glowing. No, listen. Yours will be too. I promise. But one of the things that I realized when I first tried this, I was like, oh my God, it's just so much. And I did all this crazy work trying to like make my whole face dry. I don't know why I did that, because the glow that comes through here is so beautiful and I feel gorgeous as opposed to oily. I think a lot of times we were just, especially with my old ass, made to feel like oily skin and glow and dew was not beautiful. And now that we're in that stage, we're like, no, I want to like have glowing, like healthy, supple looking skin, which I hope we don't go around to that dry mask skin again, because that's gonna ruin my life. I'm old, I can't be looking all dry. But what I am going to say is you can wear them. With proper preparation and proper skincare, you can wear a glorious dewy foundation, still come off looking like a fly-ass bitch, and it's going to be fine. Don't get into the habit of feeling like you have to keep drying out your face. Using a little bit of powder, if you must, is helpful in your most oily areas. Like if you get really oily right here, concentrate your powder. Don't just get crazy with powdering your entire face. Concentrate it on the sections of your face that you know are problematic. But don't get all crazy with thinking that you can't wear it, because you can. Because I was one of those people that thought I had to wear a matte foundation for the rest of my life. Turns out I was wrong, and now
Here I am.
And finally, what I would like to say to everybody watching this, please embrace your oily skin, because the objective is to have your best possible skin, okay? The objective here is not for you to dry it out. It's not for you to like ruin it. It's not for you to not look like, listen, I don't look like I've run a marathon. I'm
Sweating.
right now. All the lights, and it's 100 degrees. It's so hot in Texas right now. It's fucking unreal. But instead of me constantly trying to do all of this stuff to like suck all of the oil out, I noticed that once I started embracing the fact that I have oily skin and I started working with my oily skin, I have so much better results. So some of the things that I do is with my skincare. I make sure, for instance, that if I have one product that has hyaluronic acid in it, I'm not using any other products that have hyaluronic acid in it, because I don't need to have like so much moisture and hydration that it speeds up and increases my oil production and it makes it look worse. I wouldn't say speeds up and increases, because that's not necessarily factually correct, but what I will say is that by using large amounts of hyaluronic acid, I did notice that my skin seemed to be far oilier, because hyaluronic acid's goal is to suck moisture out of everywhere and like put it into your skin. So if I already have oily skin and then I'm doing that, it's like, ugh. So I really calmed down on that. I didn't say I stopped using it, I said I calmed down. Another thing I started doing was making sure that I'm well hydrated and my skin is hydrated. I'm also taking care of using the correct serums, oil-free moisturizers. I'm doing things that keep my skin looking nice, but not bad. So finally, I'm going to say please use moisturizer. For the love of all that's good and holy, use a moisturizer. I don't know why people are trying to skip that step. So here's the thing. If there are times where you've seen a video where I have skipped a moisturizer, it's specifically because the primer I was using is a moisturizing primer, and I knew that the foundation I was using is also moisturizing. So I was like, you know what? We're just gonna this is gonna be the thing, which is fine. But don't skip moisturizer on a regular basis, okay? Okay, here's why. You still need your skin, like I've said multiple times, to be hydrated and moisturized. Do not think that oil means moisture. I know that it's oily, but it's not moisturized. All the oil is doing is what it's supposed to do. Pop up out of your skin, it's like, and it's oily. But don't forget to moisturize. You still need to use your moisturizer because you don't want to get dry patches, especially if you have combination skin. The temptation is there all the time with those of us who have combination skin, and we think to ourselves like, I'm not going to put any moisturizer on because then it'll just be super oily. But you forget about the other part of the combination, which for me is dry, and then I get weird dry patches, and now that doesn't make my makeup sit so well. So in conclusion, love the skin you're in, and do not feel like having oily skin is a barrier to you being able to use makeup products you want to use. Please don't let it make you change how you take care of your skin. Just make sure you're using products that make your skin happy and are good for your skin. And that is that. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I really, really hope you guys enjoyed this. Big shout out to the Legutta gang and the patrons. I love you guys so much. Without you, I don't know where I'd be. I get to just shred all the business over there. Y'all know all about New York right now, don't y'all? I've got more coming. I'm very excited about it. But anyways, I'm just very excited to have you guys. And for everyone, thank you so much. I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful day or night or whatever time it is. Also, I hope you're not sweating profusely like I am right now, because there is literal sweat dripping down my back. All right, guys, have a wonderful day, and until next time, deuces!